obviously I don't feel like a hero. A lot of people, I mean, I see comments on like my Facebook page or my Instagram and saying things like, you're my inspiration, you're my hero. And a couple years ago, somebody said a comment that I don't know where I saw it, but it said like, you're not a hero, you're just an athlete, you're just a sports person. And they're like, real heroes are the ones who are out helping, save all the people in Africa who are dealing with genocide or starving children or fighting ISIS or whatever it is. And those are the heroes. And I thought about it and I was like, you're totally right. I'm not a hero at all. I'm just doing something that I love. And when I think about it like that, everything makes it easier. And I think that's a better way to feel. But for a lot of young girls, it's important to see somebody like me or Lindsey Vonn or Petra Vlhova. We were talking about her earlier and how she's really coming up, and I think it must be so inspiring for so many young girls, especially the ones in Slovakia, who are like, wow, we really can do this, and it's like the world is against us, but we can do this. And in a sport where they don't have a ton of money going into ski racing, and she's making it work. And that's like, when I think about those kinds of situations, and I feel very lucky and not like a hero. I just feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put the blame on me.
I mean, I've read so many books about how talent is. We used to think that there was talent and then there was hard work. And the champions were the ones who were talented from the start and then worked really hard and grew that. And you're starting to find out that it's like every single great champion, there was something like Mozart, for instance. His dad had him practicing like 20 different instruments by the time he was 5 years old. I mean, there was like an incredible amount of practice that went into his music before anybody even knew about him. So by the time he was a child prodigy, when he was 7 or 8 or 9 or something, he had already practiced like twice as much as anybody ever did in their entire lifetime. And so you wonder why he was so good. That's why. It's because he had so much practice and he developed perfect pitch, and that was it. And then he kept practicing. And I totally believe that practicing as much as you can is going to get you there, and working hard and putting in the hours in the gym, obviously that's important, but it just comes down to miles on snow and like how much time I've actually skied and purposely tried to ski really well compared to any of the competition. It's not that anybody else is trying to ski badly. I've just focused longer and harder on making the best turns that I can, and that's the difference. And it might not always be the difference. Maybe someone's going to catch up, but for now, I'm really grateful that, my parents always focused on the drills and my coaches always focused on the improving and the process of actually making really good turns. And so now I'm here and I feel really confident with my skiing because of that.
Take a look in the mirror. What do you see?
To be honest, I don't really want to catch her record. I mean, I think I want to win World Cup slaloms and until I'm done racing. But if I beat her record, then that it'll be really cool for me. But she was such an incredible slalom skier that I feel like she deserves to have that record, because she worked so long and she kept skiing and she got it. And like, I don't know. I mean, I learned so much from her just watching her slalom ski. I feel like she needs to have that record, and maybe she doesn't even care. I mean, she did it right. She skied, she won races, she retired with, the love of her life and had a baby, and like, she just did it right. And I don't know if she really even cares, but I do feel like, I don't know, that's not my focus.
Making you cry. 'Cause I'm only human after all.
I guess right now we're the only two who have said like, yeah, I think the overall is my goal. And obviously because she won it last year, she's a favorite for sure. and maybe I'm the only other person who can really have a shot at challenging her to it. But I don't know. I mean, I didn't expect to be going for the overall this year. So I'm just trying not to think about too much what everyone else is saying. But it's really cool to think that maybe we can fight for it for the entire season, and that's exciting for everybody, and it's exciting for me. The way that Lara skis, where she really, every gate, she skis it like it's the last gate she'll ever ski, and she goes like crazy. And I'm different in that sense. I'm more conservative. I sort of live to fight another day. And that's maybe the biggest difference. But I mean, I love to have fun. I love to dance. I love to laugh. And when I'm with my team and with people around me that I really trust, and then it's we have so much fun. And I see her doing that with everybody else. I'm like, man, that's awesome, because I think that's great. And that's something that I like to do too, is laugh a lot. And that's a similarity, but it doesn't always show when I'm racing because I'm so focused or nervous or intense.
Hello, it's me.
Most of the time you have to be really focused. That's the way I feel, is that in the summertime I have my training program that's basically Monday through Saturday, and Sunday is my day off. But Sunday is my day off, is my recovery day, so I can't go out on Sunday because I have to start training on Monday again. I'm getting to a point where I'm sort of you know what, I haven't experienced a lot. I haven't been on dates, and I haven't gone to many concerts. And all of a sudden this summer I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to Adele. I'm going to watch Adele in concert, which was really fun. And maybe I'm going to go on a date if someone asks me. And I'm going to make the time to do that, because it is important. It's fun and it's important, and there's a balance. But for the most part, it's 99% of the time I'm always thinking about how is this going to affect my skiing. When I was young, I didn't imagine so much. All I saw was the skiing, and that's all I wanted to do. When I was little, I saw, my favorite racers. I saw Marlies and Lindsay and Janitza and all the best racers, and thought, I want to do that. I want to ski fast, and I want to win races. And I never thought about doing the media or sacrificing a lot of my life or whatever. But I've always been somebody who loves to spend time with family, and I'd rather stay home and watch a movie than go out and party with my friends. I like to sleep. I like to get to bed on time. I like to wake up and get the day going, and so it naturally fit with this lifestyle where I'm trying to get my rest and everything, because those are all the things that are important to me anyway. So that, in a way, I don't feel like I'm sacrificing that much, because I think this is how I would do it, whether I was a ski racer or not. By the time we get to Aspen, so much will have happened this season. Maybe the overall globe isn't decided yet, but in a way, it doesn't even matter. Whether Lara wins it, or I win it, or somebody else wins it, maybe that's always possible too. That it's just about the fight that I put up during the season and what I was able to accomplish myself. And if I don't win the overall globe, nobody in Colorado is going to blame me. I think they're just out there to have fun and party. And that's the great thing about ski racing in the spring. Everybody's like, who cares what happens? We want to see a good show, and we want to party in the sun, and that's it. And they don't care who wins, just as long as somebody wins. And I find it so much more relaxing to race in the springtime because of that. Whereas right now, everyone's like, who's winning? Who's gonna put up a fight for the globes and do this and that? And it's just more stressful right now.